Oh, I forgot to open my thing so you guys can hear my button. Ah!
This recording is in partnership with the EA Creator Network.
This morning, it is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. We are going to be doing Pack World Ranking today. Hi, Nostalgic. Welcome on in. Hi, Emily. I'm so glad to see you. Hi, Jake. Happy internet. I'm so excited my internet's back today. Y'all. Just saying, Pixie Fairy, welcome on in. How are you guys feeling today? Hi, B. Good to see you. Hi. Ray, good morning. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Sorry I missed you yesterday. My internet was out all day. Literally all day. I was so sad. Annie, Nikki, Stresha, Lore, Ray, Commander, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for the Click for Palestine too. I'm gonna do mine real quick. Good morning. Hi, we're here. Ayo! I hope everyone is well. Ooh, this morning, we're gonna be ranking the worlds from each of the packs. Like, and basically what I think is the best and what is the worst. Hey, oh my goodness, Chrissy, thank you so much for 17 months. That's crazy. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing good. Oh no, a horrible headache yesterday. Yes. B, yep, I get really bad headaches typically after I ovulate and occasionally right before I get my cycle too. I totally get it. Good morning. Hi. An internal error. Try clicking on it again. Sometimes it happens if there's like a lot of load happening with it, but just try clicking on it again. Kitty, praise, is it Praisey? Welcome on in. How you doing? I hope you guys are doing well today. Ginger, good to see you. Hello, Kitty. Hi. Thank you for 17 months though. That's so cool. Gee, thank you for 62 months. Good morning. That's crazy. 62 months is not a short amount of time. I hope you're doing good today. I'm so glad to have you. Good heckin' morning, y'all. Yep, keep trying. Yep, I clicked on it a second time. Every once in a while, if there's like a lot of load happening with it, it'll do that. Kata, I hope you're doing good. Good morning. I'm so glad to have you. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. I hope you guys had a good weekend. We went up to Wisconsin. And we helped my friend move, and then we came home, and then Sunday I basically finished up the bathroom and stuff. So, and yesterday we hung fixtures, so I'm excited about that. So like the toilet paper holder and all that kind of stuff. So I think the only thing that we have left to do is find a place for our towel ring that we have, and then like just a hand towel ring, and then the ceiling fan, and that's it, and then it's done. So I'm super excited. So we just have to re-put the ceiling fan in again, or the ceiling vent fan thing. Oh, I'm so sorry that your uterus is angry. Oh my gosh, just rolling with it. I feel you. I'm so sorry. Super fresh. I literally jumped through the shower. I've been out for like an hour now though, an hour and a half probably, but like my hair is very wet for a while because it's very thick. Cam, good to see you. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? Good to see you. I didn't have the spoons this morning or the give a darn to diffuse my hair to try it. Hi, Robust. Good morning. I hope you're doing good today. Hi. I didn't have internet yesterday, but I'm back to the land of the living. But I did get a lot of housework done yesterday. So that's nice. Oh my God. Oh no, it's messed up this month. Oh, the second time I got it. That's no fun at all. I'm so sorry. What in the world? Jedi, good morning. How are you? I am back to the land of the living today. No internet. It was like the dark ages here, guys. I swear. I need to refill my vitamins, my prenatals. So don't mind me. I'm gonna do that right now while we're chit-chatting. A cleaning spree. Oh, since you wait, you're having your neighbor over for dinner. That is really exciting though, Cam. Oh my gooses, that's really, really cool. I always love, you know, I don't really talk to like any of our neighbors, but like we have one that we do really like. Don't mind me, I'm just filling up my vitamins and stuff. So please don't mind me. as we yap. You're a bit nervous. Ooh, are they like, is it someone that you know decently well or trying to get to know better? Oh no, your GI tract is kind of angry this morning. Oh, but afternoon sets, it'll be back to normal. Aw. Sorry about your stomach though. Oh, mean period things, right. I had some, like, it happens every once in a while just because of the nature of like fibroids and stuff, but I had some like post-period cramps a little bit. It happens sometimes when you have fibroids. But it's for the birds. Liz, good morning. How are you? I'm turning on my closed captions. There we go. Stomach is always literally angry, just literally in the morning. I know some people have like some yucky tummy in the morning. Yeah. Oh no, Kitty, right? I feel you. Yeah, ovulation does some weird stuff to your brain. I really understand how that can go. Hi, Lost. Welcome on in. Saggy and Madeline. How are you guys doing today? I'm refilling my prenatals, my vitamins. So please don't mind my noise that I'm making here. I was like, I'm going to do this now while we're yapping. Might as well. A 3-month-old, oh, a baby fever, they grow too fast. They really do. It's crazy, right? It's literally like vitamin ASMR, isn't it? I'm now an ASMR artist. You hate having to do it. Mine's not that bad. Like, I have all of the quantities like written on the top. Mine are just like prenatal vitamins and like amounts that my doctor has me on, kind of thing, you know? It's like, oh, I know if I use this, I need one. A baby dream. They always make me sad when I wake up. Oh, I feel you. I do. I get that. I know you're like, where's my baby? The dreams. Sometimes dreams are like super real. Did not. Oh no. So I have to get it this morning so I can take it. Oh God, that's the worst. That's kind of like the equivalent of like not putting gas in your car because you'll do it in the morning. You know, you're like, oh no. Oh my God. Use those and I realized that when I was older. Yeah, it's so much easier. Yep. And you remember if you take it, kind of thing, you know. How did I go on the internet yesterday? Oh my God. It sucked, but I ended up like finishing up the bathroom. And then we ended up like doing a couple other little things like around the house and stuff like that, which was kind of nice. But it was kind of for the birds. I hated it. PCOS. Oh, you want to be a baby, right? I've never heard of that before. I at least don't knowingly have that, like PCOS or anything like that. Knowingly, I should say. But yeah, like it was kind of like the dark ages for me yesterday. I was like, oh my God. Had a bunch of stuff to do, but got it done. We ended up like getting the kids yesterday, like 3:30. So even with Among Us yesterday, excuse me, I burp. Even with Among Us yesterday, I wasn't gonna be able to like play anyhow because we had to like help with pickup with all three. With just like one or two, it's a different thing, but with all three, you need both of us for sure. Aw, no, that's all right, J-Dog. We can take your mind off it. One of the worst lies. No, exactly. I'll get up. No, that is one of the biggest lies ever that you will ever tell yourself. You know, I used to work at a convenience store and stuff. I worked there for like almost, oh my God, like 7 or 8 years or something, 10 years. I don't even know. It was a long time though. Yeah, that's the biggest lie. I'll get up in the morning and then get gas in the morning. I'll get up early and get gas in the morning because everyone else is doing the same exact thing and you're all in a hurry to get to work in the morning. You gotta stop for coffee or, you know, something to drink. Aw, I'm so sorry, Irish. Dreams are so like, they're crazy. You know, they can be. I hear that it's also kind of like your brain's way of like working things out. But if they could not sometimes. So what color are our plum bobs today, you guys? How is everyone feeling? Mine are just very weird. Like, every once in a while I'll have it's been a while though. Every once in a while I'll have very specific dreams where like my dad is there. It happened a lot more like right after he passed away. But, there's been like a few times. Yeah. where it was like very specific, namely about like a baby. Hi, Grumpy. Good to see you. Hi, Yellow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm giving Yellow today. I'm a little bit like, I'm like green with like a little bit of like, a little bit. Hi, Bash. Yeah, some people have a hard time remembering their dreams. Did you know that not everyone dreams in color? Yep, it's like it's a thing. Not everybody dreams in color. Some people like dream in black and white. Did you know that some people can't, like, if you imagine an apple, some people can't like picture the apple in their head. They just kind of know what it's supposed to look like. They can't, like, you can't see the apple in your mind's eye. And some people can kind of see like full color, full whatever. Some people just see the shape that's like gray, maybe a little bit. Yeah, it's like, but there's like differing like things. Yeah, it really is true. That it's interesting, isn't it, B? Mine's kind of greenish, maybe a little bit, a tinge of like yellowy in there. Happy but crampy. Aw, not wanting to put pants on to run to the pharmacy. That's the meanest, when you have to put pants on to go outside the house. Every once in a while I have dreams about my grandpa, about my cat. Right, yeah, Dave, actually, my old cat Dave came to me in a dream not that long ago, too. Learning Spanish. Oh my God, a dream in Spanish. Wait, no, that's so cool though, Saggy. That's really interesting to me, genuinely. That like, you'll start dreaming, like when you're learning a new language or something, you'll start dreaming in that language. I feel like that's a milestone, don't you? Like, I totally feel that is. Dreaming Korean, right? Because I'm learning. Oh, that's so cool. I'm still learning, right? Yellow, a little amber, hate physio. Aw, I'm so sorry, Lost. Hello, Shelly. Good to see you today. I thought it was a milestone, right? It's kind of like your brain is like picking things up and it's like you're trying to like learn it. Hi, Tim. Good morning. Welcome back. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Sorry I missed you yesterday. We didn't have internet yesterday, so I am here. Here we go. I have been able to lucid dream a couple times. Can't control them super well. I know, yeah, I know some people have like a higher likelihood of having like lucid dreams and stuff. You can like kind of, there's ways that you can get it to happen apparently. The one time I see myself in my dream, it literally is the scariest experience. That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen myself in a dream before that I'm able to like, you know, like think about right now. Aphantasia. Yeah, I think it's when you can't see things in your head. I think it's something like that. Dreaming in a language isn't your first language. Oh, right. That's so cool, Fairy. I hate that when I have dreams are so good and I just say the dream isn't good thing isn't just good thing this isn't just a dream and then I wake up and I'm so sad. Real. Jake, sleep paralysis when I was a kid and I've had lucid dreamed a couple times. Wow. I don't think I've ever had like sleep paralysis before. I've definitely like woken up where like it's like a full body jolt awake and then but it's like anxiety, if that makes sense, because like it's almost like where your like body hurts, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like I'm not achy, but like the being jolted awake or like the feeling like my body just hurts. It's really weird. I think it's usually like an anxious thing or something like that. Oh, it's because your body paralyzes you and you can't act out your dreams, but you're awake. Wow, that's so crazy. Brains are terrifying, you guys. Like, dreams are horrifying. Like, why? Lost, I've had that happen too. Where you've literally woken up like crying or something about, yeah, that's happened to me a few times. It's scary. Yeah, and it happens to me a lot when I'm anxious, right? I hate in dreams when you can't run or yell, or like when you're trying to run and you feel like you're moving so fast but you're not, you know, and it's like taking everything that you've got and you're like, why am I not moving fast? Like, what is happening? Sleep paralysis is where you glitch out and you wake up before you're unparalyzed. Whoa. So it's like a hardware error. To yell. Yes, yelling. Yep, yelling. Like there's a lot of circumstances where I don't feel like I feel heard in my dream, like literally or figuratively speaking, you know? Woke up feeling really scared, but we're not remembering. Yes, that bash, that part. Yeah, the science behind it is so interesting depending on like how you feel about it. There's like a dream encyclopedia. So essentially like everything that you dream about and the things that happen to you in your dream and the way that they happen to you like can signify certain things like that are going on, like that you're kind of trying to manage, because dreams is your brain's way of sorting things out and trying to figure things out. Like it's super interesting. Hold on, I have like a big ol' honkin' cat hair. Like I snuffed a cat. I was like rubbing my face into my cat's, so please hold. Like that's not a euphemism. The teeth falling out dreams. Yeah, it is common. It's, if you look it up, invisibility cloak. I'm just so cool. Invisibility cloak. Hold on. No, wait. Wait. Oh yeah, dream encyclopedia. And then if you, it's like dream moods. And then if you look up like teeth. I don't know exactly. Oh, this site is like super borked and stuff. I don't know what's happening. That's weird. Don't know why it was like not working for me, but yeah, it was being a little strange today. We used to believe you could only dream in REM sleep. Oh, but now we know that you dream in deep sleep too, but the dreams have two different purposes. They sure do. Hi, Larry. Welcome on in. I'm so glad to see you today. And I think like REM sleep is so important in this. Like sleep apnea does weird things to your brain and like to your health because like you're not actually reaching REM sleep, which is like the most important for like healing and managing trauma and like all sorts. It's like a reset button. You're green today. I'm glad that you're green today. That's so cool, Tim. Good. I know there I think there probably are dream scientists. 100%. Yes. Hello, good morning. Hi. If I missed you guys coming in, hello. Sleep would be so good, right? Literally. I'm gonna look up like the pack rankings. Like the pack ranking thing. I forget where it is. The Sims 4 tier list is what I wanted to do. Here we go. Give me a sec. Hold on. I gotta enable things and then refresh. Hold on. Love the song. It's so good. I love it too. Sleep therapists and the sleep scientists are definitely being studied. Yes, 100%. Wait, full studies. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think there totally are like full-on studies for sure. How can I? So what I'm trying to do, since we're doing pack ranking today, so please hold. I'm like clearing this little thing. I had it open and then here we go. Okay, so it's world tier list basically. So I will be doing my best to like rank the worlds for this. I'll take it for you to see. I have not yet. I literally just got internet back this morning, but I will check into it. Thank you so much, Liz, for letting me know that it's there though. It really does. They 100% do be. The dream moods or dream encyclopedia. You should look it up sometime. Everything in life is to be taken with a grain of salt, but it can kind of like some of it's a little bit uncanny sometimes. At least for me, it has been. Deeper meaning to you. Exactly. It really does, Grumpy. I'm such a hi, Whitakay. Welcome on in. I'm so glad to see you today. Welcome. So we're gonna do my best to see what, obviously not all of these come with worlds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of sort this. So, let's delete this row. So what kind of categorization should we do? So I've got like the goat, the mall world thing. There's like some alleged stuff that's going around, I guess. I haven't really looked deep into it because I don't really go on social media for like leaks or anything. Or like the alleged stuff that's out there. Oh, really? It feels like a cozy weighted blanket. Oh my God. I guess if you're like so used to it, right? That's crazy. What in the heck? It's almost like a hardware error. It's basically like where you wake up before your body wakes up, you know? Like that's so, like, you know, want to live there versus delete it, right? So, want to live. Would live there. So would live there. And then maybe like it. So would live there, like it, meh, hate it, and why? Maybe. Hey, Sarah, thank you for 24 months. I really appreciate you. Oh my gosh. Would visit on a vacation. Oh, maybe that one would be great. Burn it to the ground, right? Or I kind of like why? Like why? Why is this a thing? So would live there, like it, meh, hate it, send the flood. Right? Do you feel like this is too many categories here? So would live there, like it, meh, hate it, and why? This, I think, is just going to be off of like the vibes and like the versatility and like the amount of lots and stuff that we have. You know what I mean? Pretty the world is, like the build opportunities. Honestly, I feel like this one I'm gonna use more objectively. So like basically like the build opportunities, the lot availability, and like just the overall vibes of the world. You know what I mean? I know, right? There's so many worlds right now, right? Because as we're kind of going along, we might decide to like resort some things, and then I'm gonna create another like category, add row below, and then I'm gonna make this one to be sorted, if that makes sense. So like these ones need to be sorted because I'm gonna like bring these all up. So Dine Out, For Rent Has a World, My Wedding Stories, we've got this one, we've got this has a world, Strangerville, Realm of Magic, Batu, Dream Home Decorator, blah blah blah. There's a good deal. Here we go. Island Living, Eco Lifestyle, Snowy Escape, business one. This one, we got Jungle Adventure, Werewolves, Paranormal doesn't come with the world. What am I doing? A lot of these kits don't have that. There's base game. Get Together, City Living, Cats and Dogs, Seasons. We've got cottage living, High School Years, Growing Together, Love Struck, Life and Death, Vampires. I think that's all, right? I think that's all the worlds. I want to say hi, Caroline. Welcome on in. Be sorted mean. So basically, like I have to sort these into things like off a basis. So 2 years? Hey, been so busy down here in Florida. Thank you so much for 2 years. Oh my gooses. Send me a message too. Thank you for the tier 3. That's so nice. Whenever it comes in, get together. So like the little 3 people, like with their arms kind of thing like this. Thank you for 2 years. That's so cool, Sue. Good morning. I hope that you're having a good day so far. Yeah, something to represent the different base game worlds. So I think like this little one here Exactly, like desert. Oh, that's a good one. Desert Oasis. Yeah, Desert Oasis can be for um where is it? Yeah, wait, no, that's Desert. Yeah, Desert Lux can be Oasis Springs, and then Newcrest can be like the houses. You know what I mean? So Willow Creek, Newcrest is the houses, and then this is Oasis Springs. Because there's 3 base game worlds, so I think that'll be totally like what we go off of. Season, oh shoot, Seasons doesn't have a world. Nope, just kidding. I put it up there because I was like, it's an expansion pack. Seasons doesn't have a world. So let's go through this again. Okay, so I don't think that we have anything else that I've missed. These are mostly kits and stuff. Yeah, these don't have worlds, so we're good there. Dark blue one with the 3 people on the bottom. So the dark blue one with the 3 people on the bottom is this one. Is this the one that you're talking about here? Oh, Parenthood. Oh yeah, this one is Parenthood here. I see. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Thanks. I'm gonna rank the packs. So basically what I'm gonna do is how many lots we have. I might have to like pull up my game or like look at it in this way as well. So basically we are gonna be sorting them into like, I would live there. Like, wait, I don't even know if it's kind of like based off of vibes, because that's not even what I want. Maybe I will have to have, maybe I'll put it as need it, like it, like, I hate it or why kind of thing. So first and foremost, honestly, I like the My Wedding Stories world. I think it's really cute. It does have a decent amount of lots and it's absolutely gorgeous. There aren't really like I guess there's like a few things to kind of do around there. There's not really like a lot of points of interest because I'm trying to blend like building Tartosa, right? No, Tartosa's like super good too. Amethyst, welcome on in. So I'm just trying to think like romance and families, right? Tartosa's literally so pretty. Oh wait, the fairy world. No, that's a good idea. I forgot about that. Let's do this one as like the fairies world here. So like the little like present thing. So I think I might have to shift these around a little bit. So like this one, like Tartosa's pretty good. Right, yeah, like there's no fairies thing here yet. The person didn't like update it yet. Hey, Kemi, welcome on in. I'm so glad to see you today. What's happening? Okay, so this is the For Rent world. I think it's kind of meh. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to imagine, like, it's okay. It's like pretty, but then I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a community, if that makes sense. Which is kind of ironic because For Rent is it's a little underwhelming. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty empty. I feel like they built out a lot of really cool features for the pack, and I think it's really cool, but it's interesting. Yes, right. That too, Apple. So then, why? Why? Get together. Get to work. Why? We literally have like 3 or 4 lots. And then like 2 hidden. The hospital one is hidden, and so is the police station is hidden. Like, why? I feel like they could have done so much better onto that pack. Genuinely, I'm a get to work refresh person. Like, I need the alien world sucks. It's literally terrible. The science lab, yeah, the science lab is hidden. I honestly, yeah, Magnolia Flopinade, exactly. Adopt a tiger at Sanctuary to get tired. Yeah, like that's literally like one of the only things that you could do in the For Rent. Yeah, get to work doesn't, yeah, it really doesn't even count. Like they tried to do too many things with this pack. I want to refresh on that pack so bad. Honestly, Get Famous is pretty cool. Like, Get Famous has some pretty cute areas. I feel like overall, like some of like there's like the little cul-de-sac neighborhood that's kind of cool, and then the heights, like the heights at the top, like the pinnacle whatever heights at the top right hand corner. Yeah, Delso Valley needs more lots. I feel like it is kind of ugly. The cul-de-sac area, it was like I could see the vision I could really see the vision, and I feel like it feels pretty good to me. But the lower left-hand corner, what the heck is that museum? First of all, yeah, it really does. It could use some sprucing up for sure. But the lower left-hand side of the map is super strange as well, like aesthetically. So like I feel like it needs some more stuff, like some more like lots and things. University. I think university is really fun, personally. I really enjoy like the layout of stuff. Oh my god, the museum is an eyesore. It's literally awful. Oh my god, a swimmable ocean. Yes, I think they totally could do that. I wish that they would too in the Get Famous world. So I think that university is super cute. The way that it's built out is adorable. There's like a little area that's kind of like between the two universities that's pretty cute. And then even like the on-campus lots are super fun. Like I really like Discover University. Yes, I do like that one. I think it's really cute. Horse Ranch. I've actually really been enjoying Horse Ranch World a lot. We've done a fair bit of gameplay there. The little downtown district area is super cool, and then the upper left-hand corner is really neat, and it feels a little more remote, and same with the lower right-hand corner. But there's actually a lot of areas to like run around and build and stuff. And I really quite like the Horse Ranch World a lot. It's gorgeous. There's points of interest. There's little things to do. Objectively speaking, I think this is a good area to live. I really like Granite Falls. The Chestnut Ridge is super good. So Granite Falls, which came with Outdoor Retreat, the only thing that would put this on Need It is that I wish that they would have changed like the hiking thing, the hiking mechanic and stuff. However, this was the first expansion pack, or this was the first game pack. This was the first pack in general to come out for The Sims 4. So we do have to take this with like some consideration here, but it's not livable. Like you can't live there. It's only a destination world. So I think objectively speaking, I really wish they'd refresh it too, Saggy. I agree. Hi, Mahali. I'm ranking the worlds basically off of like availability, aesthetics, things to do. You know what I mean? Like lot availability and kind of like interest and stuff. And then Strangerville. So Strangerville is kind of I think objectively speaking, because it's a gameplay oriented game pack, that there's quite a few things to do. However, I feel like the little downtown area was a little bit strange. Like you know what I mean? Like where the bar and stuff is, and like the library, and like it definitely feels like a small southwestern town. And then the upper right hand corner neighborhood is really cute with like all the Victorians and stuff. I think that's kind of fun. Strangerville Build By is really cute, but this is just the world that I'm talking about, so not like Build By or anything like that. Also, Bolt, good to see you. Good morning. Yeah, no, Strangerville is a sleeper when it comes to like don't miss on Strangerville, because like you'll be very surprised at how good that stuff is. The Build By is so amazing. Yeah, so like this is basically just like the world, objectively speaking, like the aesthetics of the world, how many lots we get, and like stuff to do basically. So this one, like I feel like there's a fair bit of things to do. It is pretty, and there's some things that are kind of like a miss for it. For me, like I feel like, yeah, I would want more trailer park lots. I feel like we do need a few more like lots. However, it is a game pack, so like, you know. Yeah, like if you can look past the zombie people, it's totally cute. Realm of Magic. Straight up, why? I think that this world is like, I feel like there were so many missed marks on the way that they could have handled that. Straight to jail, just straight up jail. It was their flop era. Also, hello, Staircase is missing. I know, I think it deserved so much better. It honestly feels like, to me, I'm gonna say it feels like a reskin of the Vampires world. The Vampires world, the only redeeming factor for me, I don't know, I feel like even I don't know, the Vampires world kind of objectively sucks when you get down to it, if you look at it that way. Because yeah, like I feel like they could have done so much more at the Realm of Magic world with Glimmerbrook. And then Vampires, they're like, I feel like there needed more lots and more points of interest. It's literally just like there's a cemetery that's unusable in the middle, and that's it. you know, it's like what, and it's like cloudy and overcast all day, and it's very small, right? Magic Realm, yes, kind of cool, but even that was really small, right? It's like the chess table. I don't even go there. There's a chess table in the middle. Hi, Elena, welcome on in. I wish it had like 2 neighborhoods. I think it would have been fun to see like 2 neighborhoods going in vampires, because like, if you know, I don't know. Batu. I say this as a Star Wars fan. I want to be able to like actually build there without cheat codes. Like, it's literally just a destination world. I don't even think that you could like live there if you tried. Like, no. I don't like Journey to Batu. I do, however, the build buy though. Batu sucks, I'm sorry. Right, I do like the build buy though. I really, really, really like that. Yeah, Disney said no touchy, right? Thank you for the, oh my God, 11 months, Allison. Welcome on in. Yes. Oh my God, like a neighborhood that's for vampires and one for like the humans and their garlic rituals, right? Yeah, you feel so disconnected, right? I get it. Yeah, I want to be able to build in Batu. You're back, Asil. Oh my God, that's so good. I'm so glad. I'm glad to have you back. How are you? Naboo or Naboo? If it was on Naboo, I would have like died. If Journey to Naboo or something. Ooh. Like, let me build there. I know. Imagine the build buy from Naboo. Oh my God. Oh, that would have been so good. Like, imagine how flippin' pretty that would be. Like all of the flowers. God, the live edit would go so hard in Naboo, guys. But genuinely though, the build buy in Journey to Batu is good though. I really do like this. Genuinely. Sinners inspired stuff. My second Star Wars stuff, when I think I would buy it. I'm that person though. Island living. It's Gorgina. Island living is Gorgina. It's really pretty, but I'm trying to think of it from like a gameplay aesthetic thing. No, yeah, Naboo build by I would die, Jedi. It would just be the Death Star. Oh my God. You love Solani? I do really, like, I enjoy it. The Coruscant world be so sick, actually. Oh my God. A full-on, like, honestly, I think people would have been less mad about like a Star Wars shill pack if they would have given us a few worlds. Like, you could go to Coruscant, you could go to like Tatooine and like Naboo or something, and like Mustafar or something like that. Like, hello? I think that would be so sick if you could actually do it. It's on the tip of my tongue, Elena. The swamp world where freaking Yoda was. It's on the tip of my tongue. Someone help. Oh my God, it's literally on the Dagobah. Thank you. I'm like Dagobah. Yes. Tatooine. Oh my God, that I would have loved a Star Wars pack like that. Like, that would have been so much cooler in my opinion, but obviously I know. I think a lot of the devs that are actual like Star Wars nerds would totally agree with that, but you know. Forks, right? Not Twilight. So okay, and then we have eco lifestyle. I think the idea was there, but this is kind of like the EA flop era that we saw. Like, it's glitchy half of the time, and it's supposed to like change and like as you do gameplay and stuff, but it's kind of boring too at the same time. Oh my God, Endor, the Forest Moon of Endor, that would be so good. That would be fun, Jake. The eco lifestyle didn't default as stinky. Yes, right. I feel like eco lifestyle also, objectively speaking, when it comes to the way the items are kind of like designed, it feels really weird. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels weird to me. I don't know. It's like a weird futuristic DIY vibe, and I think it's strange. Stylistically, it's not for me. Naps. I know naps are just kind of annoying. It's the gentrification pack. My first gentrification stop. It's clunky. It is. It is. It is. Oh my god. What's next? Landlords? Oh wait. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Lexus, you're right. Oh no. I'm dead. The only use the world and stuff if required for legacy. Right. Same lost. Yeah, eco lifestyles for the windows for me personally. It's not a pack for me. Now I can't unsee it. It is gentrification. I say this with love. Snowy Escape. I think Snowy Escape is pretty fun. I think the world is gorgeous. I really like what's going on. There are like some really cute points of interest. You could literally climb the mountain. You can literally like you can live in the snowy area. You can live like down in like the little town area. Like I think it's really cute. I think the world is gorgeous. And there are like some relatively interesting things to do around the city, which I think is a huge piece. I really haven't played in this world yet. I feel like I was almost like a little bit underwhelmed by it though. The businesses and hobbies one. Oh, do you like Nordhaven? Do you like Nordhaven? I was a little bit underwhelmed though. You like it a lot. What do you like about it? Is it pretty? Okay, because I haven't really built there yet, so I feel like this isn't really like a fair swing at this one specifically for me. It's I wish it right. You wish it had like more variety, right? Because we've done a little bit of gameplay on it. That's true, Brando. Like, right, we don't have like culturally specific worlds, right? My issue with the pack is the townies dire move out of the business no longer works. Right, that makes sense. It's too big. Running from one fishing spot to another takes ages. Nordhaven lots are pretty. The builds are pretty bland, right? I felt like the builds on this one felt a little bit more bland as well, personally, comparatively. Like this one, I don't know. It doesn't really stick out to me though. Yeah, when the Sims team puts a lot more effort into world and it shows. Yes, it really does. Mm-hmm. Jungle Adventure. I think it's really cool. I think it's interesting. The gameplay is pretty cute. And honestly, the only thing that like sets this apart is I genuinely wish you could actually live there. Because like I'd use mods to live there and I think it was really fun. Like I think it's a good pack. The progression in exploring the jungle is really cute though. I've done like a little bit with the Jellybean Legacy Ray, and I think it like stands out in my head, and like the world is pretty, the build by is pretty, the debug is pretty. But if it wasn't a vacation world, it would bump it up for me. Same with Granite Falls, honestly. Are we seeing a trend here? Give me livable worlds. Okay, so the werewolves world. I think it's pretty fun. I haven't played there a heck of a lot, but the werewolves world does feel appropriate for its size, I think, because it feels like you have like your small little packs and pods of like werewolves. It feels very like struggle bussin', you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like it's good for a small world because small worlds are okay, but I think like application does matter and execution matters. And I think that like honestly, now that we're kind of talking about it, yeah, I don't know if it's not like a need for me though. I think it still is like an objectively good world though. There is cool lore that is really fair. The werewolf world, I don't think I want to live there, right? Like it's perfect for a small world, so the lore is good. Exactly, like you can like mess with like all your little things. Like best game pack world for better than some expansions, yes. Because honestly, I'm sitting here trying to think of like what could have like it's checking all my boxes, you know, so I'm trying to be as consistent as I can with this. So like it is checking all my boxes. There's things to do. It's pretty and like it feels cohesive and it makes sense for the pack. So I think werewolves is really good in that regard. Okay, so Windenburg. I do love Windenburg. I think it's like one of the best. It's massive. It's huge and it's beautiful. There are some relatively interesting things to do. Yeah, we have to think long and hard, right? So like the only thing, yeah, Windenburg and Brindleton Bay are so big. I know that there's so many lots, but the lore isn't like super big. There's also like, I guess there's the bluffs that you can do. It adds like the little like the mansion thing on the upper left hand corner, like the fancy mansion up there. It's one of the better early packs, and like there's so many lots and there's so much scenery because there's kind of like a more modern area that I think is really strange. The downtown area is weird. The island is really fun and kind of cute, and then like the neighborhood that's on the upper left is fun too. Yeah, they did their big one for this. Right, so many lots means you could add fun stuff too. That's true, you really can. It's one of the places where lots are rotated, so the terrain paint is wrong. One of the places, right? There's a bunch of those actually, though. There's like the Spencer Kim Lewis lot is one. I heard Huge and Beautiful is like, who me? I live in a world, right? Hi, Nix. Welcome on in. Good to see you. City Living. I kind of hate City Living, like the world. Like, I think I'm gonna bump it up to the meh thing because I really like the idea of the lots, you know, and like the apartments. I wish, yeah, we can move the windows now on apartments, which is huge. Honestly, I think that the modern district area is weird. It's really hard for your Sims to like walk around and traverse. It's like it's almost giving like it needs flying cars up there, to be honest with you. I think the modern area of it is super weird. Yeah, the futuristic aspect is like super weird. But I do like the Spice District and the Fashion District though. I do think they're really fun. Something like just weather is talking. Oh my God, is taking my dog to the stream. I almost dried out. Oh my God, still didn't drop my phone in the water. Are there hungry bugs there? Oh God, did you get eaten up, Moon? Yeah, imagine a refresh. They give us cars, but they're just flying because honestly, that like all jokes aside though, like none of the worlds have like roads. There's like only a very, very few that are like set up for actual cars and stuff. Flying cars before regular cars, it would be so criminal. Yeah, the multi-level apartments make no sense. What do you mean multi-level apartments? Oh, you mean like how there's like 2 stories? I think they do because like lofts and stuff and like the multi-level apartments do exist in real life. Actual elevators and disability representation, that would be awesome. But yeah, like city living, honestly, I feel like there's some components like the apartment living situation is really cool. And then I also think that like, I don't know, some of the neighborhoods are just strange though. So this one's kind of like, eh. I do like the gameplay aspect that it does bring though. Genuinely, I love apartments. Brindleton Bay. Okay, Brindleton Bay. This is from Cats and Dogs. Brindleton Bay. I guess there's a fair amount of like, there's some things to do and like some lore on the island for like the animals and like the graveyard and like the shipwreck and stuff. Brindleton Bay is really cute. The little downtown area. I'm just trying to think. It feels very like all the neighborhoods feel, I guess that one little neighborhood in the upper left-hand corner is super cute. It does rain so much. Yep. Yeah, I don't really like to build all that much. Probably one of my most, right, I have lived there like a fair amount. Honestly, I think this one probably, the more I'm like thinking about it, this one is probably like on top for me. The only thing that could make it even better for me is if it felt more like the one upper left-hand neighborhood where the vet clinic is, that one's easy to like get around and like bounce around from lot to lot. But then the right-hand neighborhood where the like the Delgados and stuff live like on the right side, it feels just like it's weird. Like it's not easily like you to travel to the animal cemetery, right? Right. What the best from them? That's true. The fake town area. Yeah, I wish it was real. Yeah, the Delgado house is tragic. The lower left-hand neighborhood, I feel like doesn't really feel like a community to me, you know? It really doesn't feel like a community. The giant mansion is hilarious. I still need to finish that. I haven't finished it. Right, the dock area. Yeah, see, this one is kind of like meh. Like, I think it's really, really pretty. And like the build by is great. And like I do like the northeastern kind of vibes. But like when you kind of get down to the nitty-gritty about the way that it's like built out, it really doesn't make a lot of sense. You know. Connected lot exactly, but at the road they're going for, I just want my road lots. Yes, exactly. I wanted to feel like a real neighborhood. Cottage living. I think this one makes way more sense for the way that it's made. Like you have like your little downtown like neighborhood area like in the village, and then you have lots of countryside. This is a top tier world. And honestly, for the style of gameplay, it makes sense to have like your remote kind of feel. You know what I mean? I think that one, cottage living, is super good. Like Henford on Bagley is such a cute world. I like that. Because like you're in the rural countryside. The townies are fun. The lore is cute. I love the errands. I think it's so fun. Honestly, high school years I think is really cute. Because like the little like suburban neighborhood on the lower left-hand side is really fun. I like the vibes of that one a lot. And then the little like downtown area is super cute, and then you have your high school up on the top. No, right? Bash is so hard. Copperdale is cute. I do like Copperdale. It does feel very community oriented once you get there, and like I feel like there are some things to do. I really like Copperdale too. I really like the suburban area that's down on the lower right side. I think it's fun. Growing Together. San Sequoia. San Sequoia, because we also have like a suburban area that's over here. San Sequoia, right. I'm sitting here like, okay, so San Sequoia, and then you have like the upper right hand, right? I was about to say, Elena, like the one on the top, the neighborhood on the top where like the one thing is, like the community center, it does feel super spread out. As well as, because like, objectively speaking as well, Growing Together, when you go up to, then there's like the little neighborhood, like the community splash pad area. Like, it's really weird because there's not really a lot of like home lots that are in that area. You know what I mean? So like it's more of like in a, you know, like so if there were more like residential lots and then you had like your splash pads, so like your neighborhood kids could actually go play, I think that would be better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I feel like it feels a little empty that way. But I think it is gorgeous. And I think, does it really categorize even as like it though? Because like it's kind of spread out. It is really pretty, and like there's a decent amount of variety, but it still feels really spread out. Right, Jedi for sure. Place it in a separate tab. Yeah, we totally can. I don't know. I like to cook community lots there. Right, that makes sense. I think I'm gonna leave it at like it for now. Love Struck. What is the name of the world? I can't remember ever. It's so dang expensive. It is. Oh my God, for real. It really is though. Pretty, thank you. 2 empty live 50 by 40 lots ruin it for me. Right, it's very strange. I'm gonna load that up. Ciudad Enamorada, thank you. That's what it is. It's Ciudad Enamorada. I am loading up the Sims real quick though. So we're gonna do some peeking really fast. I'm gonna come back to that one. Life and Death. I personally really like the layout of this one. So life and death. So this is oh god, I'm like having a difficult time remembering. Yeah. I feel like it's a good world. There are a lot of really interesting things to do, honestly. I think life and death is really fun, and I think it's actually really Ravenwood, thank you. I think it's really beautiful how it's perpetually in fall. Like, and that's symbolic of the fact that it's kind of like that bridge between life and death, and fall is like viewed as that. I think it's a very stunning world. That one might be a need it for me. Okay, so please give me a second. I'm just gonna load up a game really fast. And we're just gonna play this one here. Yeah, from a 90s Halloween movie. It kind of does actually, which makes sense because a lot of the devs are like millennials or elder millennials. Really pretty feels the same. Weirdly feels like the new world is the same map to me. See, I can see it. I kind of feel like they have like the recipe and they've kind of been running with it a little bit. So it has felt a little repetitious in my opinion. Like the newer worlds have felt pretty copy paste in a lot of ways. Like they have their recipe and then they've been like using that. So Windenburg and Tartosa and Ravenwood and Henford could be a good historical world to start. Yes, right? They totally could. 100%. Absolutely. They use the same map because I like that map, right? Okay, so I'm gonna look at Ciudad Enamorada really fast because this is one that I wanted to kind of come back to. I feel like this is really like even on the normal map, this is really hard to see up here. Like the fact that there are like 4 little lots up here. There's like some penthouse ones. I know, I wish this city had more lots. And then this doesn't really feel like it's very connected. They're really, really far apart. Yeah, like I literally didn't notice it. It's kind of hard to miss, or hard to see. Lovestruck does add a lot for gameplay, honestly. The world is very pretty. But then I feel like the lots are really, really far. The world is so busy, hard to see the lots. On my map overlay, it is a little bit more, but like on the normal one, it's a little bit easier. I don't have Lovestruck, so I've never played in the world, right? I honestly feel like they're like the lots are so far apart. There's a little point of interest over here, you know, with that. And then obviously we have like the Woohoo Motel that's over here across from the lounge. I don't know. This one is kind of like a, objectively speaking, it's kind of a meh world. You know what I mean? Like, but the gameplay is where this one really shines. Like that one's kind of like right in the middle for me. It's like, meh, like it's not bad, but it's not great either. Still spread out map size, which I think most seem to, yeah, exactly. I think you're right. And then we're gonna look at Ravenwood really fast. Okay, so like Ravenwood. I feel like this one is decently spread out, but less so than the other one. Like it still feels traversable. You know what I mean? And you've got like 3 adorable neighborhoods. There's one that's a little more like in the town, and then one over here, and then like kind of like the afterlife kind of area in Morningville up here. I think that like there's plenty of little things to do as well. They've got the Moonlight Revelry Festival, like all sorts of things. So honestly, I think Ravenwood is still gonna stay on Need It, and like the world is gorgeous. It's so pretty. And then Willow Creek. So Willow Creek is classic, obviously. There are so many tiny little neighborhoods that are just wedged together. They're so like they're so like compact. And Willow Creek is honestly really quite pretty, genuinely. It's very classic. Yeah, I have an overlay, yep. I do enjoy Willow Creek. So literally like what you're seeing here is like just a zoomed out like screenshot of it essentially, but it's all like stitched together. So this is literally what Willow Creek looks like in the game when you load up your game. I think I quite like Willow Creek, honestly. You gotta respect the OG world, honestly. I live here quite a bit in our gameplay. Yeah, some of the newer worlds could learn from that because I do like the idea that we have like the neighborhoods and like for a base game world, there's a decent amount of things to do. You know, for a base game world. Oh, that's so fun, Lexus. I love that. New Orleans influence is more overt. Yes, I do agree that I wish they did go like more New Orleans. I really agree with you on that one. You've got the canal down here that's really fun and it goes over the road or under the road and then yeah. I really do quite like Willow Creek. Okay, so then this one was going to be Newcrest. Newcrest is objectively speaking, it's suburbia is what it is. So if we kind of look at it through that framework, it's kind of just like an empty version of Willow Creek with less to do, with less points of interest. There's like a fishing pond over here, kind of in like a little park. I feel like it's kind of like it's okay. It's kind of nice for like an extension of Willow Creek, honestly. Technically empty does have stuff that spawns like skating rink. That is true in like little food carts. It does. So like little things do spawn around in the area. Yeah, you can literally do like any style. I always treat it as like an extension of Willow Creek because in my head, Willow Creek is like down the road. And then this is Newcrest that's closer to San Myshuno is the way that I always envision it. Because like you start getting into like the bigger buildings and cities. Swimsuit in the event. I personally haven't done the event yet. Oh, it doesn't show up in Create a Sim. That's so weird. What in the heck? Is there like a filter for it? I don't think they usually put filters on like those items though. So this is, yeah, New Jersey to New York situation. Yes, that's kind of the way that I always envision it. Yeah. And Magnolia Promenade kind of falls in that situation. Like, to me, the hospital and the police station and like all that are like in Willow Creek area. And then obviously the lab is out in the desert in Oasis Springs kind of thing is the way that I always envision it. Newcrest is totally, yeah, it is totally in New Jersey, isn't it? A Black Saber. Wait, no, Lexus, that's amazing. I love that. Yes, that's so good. It's literally called, oh, is it really? I haven't played there in forever. Like it's been years. It's literally called Willow Creek Hospital. That's so funny. I was like, I feel like it belongs there. It just looks like it. And then it's literally Willow Creek Hospital. That's hilarious. So this is basically like an inverted version of Willow Creek. It's a little bit, yeah. It's basically an inverted version of Willow Creek. It has a few larger lots. Actually, no, 50. No, it has like about the same. I think 50 by 50 is the biggest size that we have. This is a mod. Yeah, these are like, this is just like a mod overlay that I have. I think that this kind of falls into the same category. I feel like the neighborhoods feel like neighborhoods. And for base game, they do have a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? I do like Oasis Springs, actually. I think that one kind of falls up here for me. Yeah, Retro Homes, I know. Yes, that's so good. Okay, and then what was this one? Oh, this one was the new Fairies World. So this one was Innisgreen. I think this little downtown area feels really cute and very intimate and like it's small. This one is a little bit more spread out, but it doesn't feel inaccessible because it feels like you have like a slightly more rural feel. So this one's kind of like more downtown. And then the upper left-hand corner, things are definitely like spread out, but there's a ton of little things to do. Yes, there's a lot to do when you have the Fables. Honestly, I feel like they ate with this one. I feel like this pack is super adorable. I love Innisgreen, and we played here a lot. It's super fun. There's a lot of really cute things to do around here. Oasis Springs is so stylized. Yes, no, I agree, Fern Baby. I agree. Don't like the ailments. Do they really affect the gameplay that bad? I think that the Sims team was going, I think they, wasn't it that they posted or they're going to do an update where they kind of like nerf it a little bit? But I think it could. But there are some settings in your gameplay settings. Lady, thank you so much for 70 months. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. So I know under pack settings, I haven't played like without fairies, but like fairies can just come up and just like put an ailment on you, like no, like you know, no tomorrow kind of thing. Oh, the settings don't really help. Okay, I think I saw somewhere that they were gonna do an update or something, or they're aware that it was an issue or something like that on the ailments. But yeah, apparently the ailments kind of do get out of hand. Lady, thank you for 70 months. Oh, it's only a little bit. Okay, no, that's good to know though. I had a cheat so I can shift click it away at the least. Right. Because I wonder if UI cheats, you can do it. The pack, but I can wait. Right. No, for sure. For sure. So, y'all, in review, let's go ahead and look at the university world again. University, Brightchester. So, oh wow, this one's really saturated on this one. I think this is one of the earlier like maps that they did. But I really love this like little neighborhood down here, and I feel like it's pretty traversable. I think it's super, super cute. And then over here, I do like the campus idea. The campus is pretty big though. Like when you actually get your feet on the ground and like do it, it's really big, and it's like, other than university, what other little things are there to do, you guys? Other than university? Because I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, because I do like the idea that we have like all the housing, and then you have like your commons everywhere. Only done university. Usually add lots in the middle, right? Because this is like also intended to be like housing, I think, almost like a gym, cafe. Ooh, right, like a gym or a cafe, restaurant or bar. You can go swimming. So do you guys think that I don't know if it, honestly, now that we're kind of like sitting here looking at it, I don't know if it's like one of my highest ranked worlds. I think it is really pretty. And I especially like the area surrounding the library. Yeah, I think I like it. Yeah, because I'm going to bump that one down. Then we're going to go look at Chestnut Ridge here. I still feel the same about this. There's tons of things to do and like wide open spaces for you to ride your horses. In the downtown area, it's pretty cute. Like the horse barn kind of has like some things here. I know the world is really pretty. And like this area, there's lots of places, even though it's the smaller area, there's tons of things to do and like wander around over here. Like, I think it's super cute. I really do like this one. Lots of little trails, and there's even like the little points of interest that you can click on, and then do like the little errands or whatever, and like the jobs, the little odd jobs and stuff. I think that's cute. Okay, so then Snowy Escape, we have Mount Komorebi. Mount Como. I still think this one deserves a need it. This little downtown area is super cute. There's like the sledding and like snowboarding hill up here. There's the onsen bath, and then there's like the mountain that you can actually climb. So you can actually like climb it. And then over here, there's kind of like a slightly more like rural area off on the side. Yes, it is unlike a lot of worlds. I agree. Love this world, both in vacation. It's a need for sure, right? I feel like this one is really cute. I think this one in my head at least is still deserving of that crown. Moonwood Mill. This one is with werewolves. It is very sparse, but I feel like it's still done really well. There's some points of interest and there's some things to do. There's like the cool like little werewolf, like you can literally like the little rabbit holes and you can like travel, and there's like underground bunkers and stuff. Like I think this is a really fun world. It still feels like you have like your little like reject werewolf pack here, and like it's tucked in the mountains. I feel like this one was really fun. I really, really like this. So I like this world a lot. So then Windenburg. So Windenburg definitely shows its age on some of those, on some of this. I think this downtown area is a little bit like weird aesthetically and it feels kind of bland. And same with this area. I just think it's very weird. But the lots are pretty close together. I do build in Windenburg a lot, actually. I quite do. And then like the countryside lots are super pretty. The island has its own thing going. There's like the party at the bluffs, and then there's also the ancient ruins and stuff. But the weird like downtown area, I wish they hadn't like modernized it as much. This is kind of like an aesthetic choice or an aesthetic like wish of mine. And then you can go look at the chalet gardens. I still think that this one to me is like a need it. Like this one is still probably top rated to me. And even though these like we have these more rural neighborhoods, it's still easy to get around. A teen hangout in the ruins, it's so fun. I've done that at the bluffs quite a bit too. It's a blast. Because lot amount, yes, the lot amount, like, and like the size variation and stuff as well is really cool. We're gonna go off to Henford on Bagley next. So Henford on Bagley, I have this one listed as a need it. I still feel the same about this one. We've got it's the big wide open spaces for like the countryside stuff. And you also have the ability to make like a little community area down here. And then as well as like this neighborhood up here. So there's tons of little things to do. I feel like it makes sense for the application of the pack. Do you know what I mean? So this one to me still is gonna get like a gold star from me. And then we're gonna go off to Copperdale, which is this high school years. You have the little pier area down here, and it does kind of give like suburbanite feels to it. You know what I mean? Feels like a little suburban area, and then you have like your little downtown, and then the high school is kind of off in the countryside, which I think also makes sense. You can edit the auditorium, and you can edit it for each specific application, like prom and like the career fair and all that stuff too. Yeah, Copperdale I feel like is going to remain like a need it. There's a lot of really cute like potential for businesses that you could do down here, especially if you have businesses and hobbies. And I feel like it would fit really well over this way. And then you've got like your suburbs. I am really curious to see like how the heck are they supposed to get over here? There's no road. I guess there is kind of a road that like wraps around this way off the highway, but there's no way for them. I think there's a little road that's like kind of behind me. See, this is why I'm saying that cars don't make a lot of sense in The Sims 4. High school lot is huge. I feel like it's too big as well. I would agree. I think a 50 by 50 or something would have been better personally. Yeah, the long way, right? Because like it's over here. And then I think it like probably wraps around or something is the way that I would imagine it, because there's a bridge. Yeah, there's no... So this is like literally across the bay. I do wish that they made this into a lot though, I will say that. Wait, yeah, you guys don't have a private submarine? Like, what are you talking about? Like this right here. There's like a little house here. I wish they would have made that. Maybe the road, yeah, the road is the friends that we made along the way. I still think that even aside from like the road issue, that the little downtown area, the high school kind of makes sense. It's a little more remote on its own area. And then you have like a little suburban area down here. I think it makes sense. So we're going to keep this one here. And then we're going to, we already did these 4 and we already like reviewed those. Yes, exactly right, Ray. So we're gonna go up to Tartosa now, which is under the Like It world. Tartosa is a livable world. It is really spread around. There's a good amount of like versatility. There's some good sizes. There's 50 by 50, 40 by 30, 50 by 40. There are some sizable lots here. So you do get kind of like a good mixed bag of things. And there's also like the waterfalls and like the little trailhead that goes around here. A little beach area. And as well as like literally a beachfront property here. Like on there. And it's like residential. So I think that Tartosa is pretty good. It's checking a lot of the boxes for me. How do you guys feel about like the points of interest with Tartosa? Because my wedding stories obviously is like super tragic, but the world being as good as it is has always stuck out in my mind and in my heart, genuinely. So I think that maybe I think Tartosa's like checking a lot of boxes for me. I think the world saves the pack. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. It's a shame that the gameplay is as broken as it is. I'm gonna go back to Strangerville again. Where's my Strangerville? Here we go. Hi, I can welcome on in. I totally agree. Okay, so like you have the secret lab over this way, and then again we have like the Victorian like suburbs on the plateau up here in the Shady Acres. And then this downtown area, there's literally like the library, which makes sense where it is, like aesthetically speaking. And then we get like they have their little row houses. And then like the trailer park. I wish they would have done more with like the trailer park kind of stuff. You know, I wish they would have given us more lots down here because there's literally like, it doesn't feel very community. But I do really like this one up here. And like the bridge and how it's like up on the height, like up on the plateau. Honestly, I feel like it needs more lots downtown. I feel like this one is probably going to go towards meh. Now that we're like envisioning it again. Because there's really only like 2 lots here. Maybe this one, I guess you could kind of like delete this one and build something there, but like it doesn't really make a lot of sense because it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no roads going up to it. It's like a plane crash. That's what it's intended to be. But if you take away this lot and then look at the area around here for the library, like I guess you could kind of put a house here, but like there's really only like 2 or 3, like 3 or 4 usable lots down here. And they're tiny. 30 by 20 is the biggest one that you got. Otherwise, they're 20 by 15s or 20 by 20. There's potential. So I feel like this one's probably going to go towards meh. Yeah, the plateau, it's really where that's where all the big stuff is. I wish they at least gave you something a little different down here. And then island living. We're going to go Solani now. Up in the hills could be lots for residential, right? It could be. That's true. It's gotten a lot more love recently, I feel. Right. I think it has. So this, I feel like this world does make a lot of sense. The way that it's laid out for the gameplay. And then you've got like this little thing over here, like these little lots that are on this island. Aside from like a boat, how do you get out here? You know what I mean? I know beachfront property for everybody, right? There's no shortage of beachfront property here. This one's also super remote. If you live on Key Point, I don't think, can you walk? I think you might be able to walk up here. You just never leave, exactly. And then there's like the wreckage that's over here on the side. That one's kind of fun. You have to take the loading screen express, right? There are jet skis. That's true. There are jet skis. Secret Mermaid World, but there is none. I really wish that they would have done something with a Secret Mermaid World. It's almost like there's like a reef or something over here, and then you click on it, and then it almost takes you like to a secondary little screen similar to apartments. I think that would have been really fun. And then that's where the mermaids live. I think that would have been such a fun way to execute that. This one, I feel like, objectively speaking, are there things to do? There's the waterfall that you can like take a shower or like woohoo in. And then there's like plenty of areas to swim. So I feel like it checks a few, there's a lot of like festivals and stuff, right? I feel like there's a decent amount of things to do. It's not the most we've seen, but it's not none. Diving in cave exploration. So I feel like I'm gonna keep this one under like it because while I do feel like it is pretty remote, it obviously should be that way. I feel like it makes sense. Their welcome party dish, yeah, right. It's so fun how they changed that. The world is setting note, right? Yeah, you can clean the ocean. That's where the conservationist stuff. Hidden lot that was a mermaid exclusive. Yep. That would have been amazing, Bash. Next, we're gonna go up to Salva Dorada. So Salva Dorada, I feel like this one's kind of fun. This is one of the earlier packs. It's not residential by default, so that kind of sucks. But there's like plenty of gameplay stuff. So this one's more of a gameplay pack. So you come here and then you like explore the ruins and the jungle and all that kind of stuff. I know I wish I didn't have to use a mod to live here. But this little community area is pretty cute because we were actually like playing down here when we were doing Jellybean Legacy because I rebuilt the bar and I rebuilt like these 2 lots here. So these 3. So things to do. Yeah, it's like a gameplay pack. It does have a lot. And I feel like the lot orientation kind of makes sense for what we've got, you know? So I feel like I really do enjoy Selva Dorada, to be honest. And then we're going to go to Granite Falls next. This was the first thing, or the first pack that we got for The Sims 4 ever. Like, this was the first pack. It's not residential. It's only destination, which is a weird choice, I think. And then there are like the little huts and stuff, so you can like get your camping equipment and whatever. It feels like a campground, like straight up. Once you kind of think of it through that lens, like it's intended to be a campground. Right? It can't travel there otherwise without taking a vacation. It does, right, Moon? I really agree with you. Holiday this for traveling though, so hopefully you'll use it more. Yes, or like if you make, I made like a barbecue day one, and sometimes they go camping on that, and it's fun. Probably did the destination thing because they were used to in the Sim Street. That's fair. That is really true. This world does feel like it's the first pack. I think objectively speaking, it's really pretty. I also feel like it doesn't really check a whole lot of other boxes on like, there's like the horseshoes and stuff and like camping. I wish they would have done like the hiking stuff differently and like the ability to let us swim. Right. So I think I'm going to bump that one down to meh. Okay. So Brindleton Bay. Oops, that's Brightchester. Okay, so Brindleton Bay. This one feels a little strange to me. It feels very countryside. Outdoor Retreat, yes, it was. Yeah, Outdoor Retreat was before I get to work. Outdoor Retreat was the first pack to come out. This is a Goated World, right? This one, yeah, no, Outdoor Retreat was the first pack. No, that's good. So this, I think Get to Work came like shortly after, I want to say. Like a few months after, I want to say. So this neighborhood, Sable Square, is really cute. Like, it feels really weird that there's like just this giant walking path. See, this is why I don't think cars are feasible, honestly. Because like half of these lots that we've looked at, you can't, they're not car friendly, they're foot traffic friendly. We are a walking friendly community here. But like, because there's like bollards here, and like this isn't an avenue where you can like drive a car up and down. There's like the highways along the sides, but that's it. Yeah, cars just don't make sense for this game. I totally agree, unless they like redo all of the neighborhoods and like re-envision everything, you know? They really don't make a lot of sense. I know, I feel like we're too deep in to make cars make sense. So this little downtown area, honestly, the docks, fake roads and cutscenes, right? Or like, because even for half of these like things, if your car pulls up, like cars pulling up onto your lot, Sims 2 style, still doesn't make sense just because of the way it's like made. Yeah, like they literally have bollards everywhere. If you look, they're everywhere, Saggy. Totally agree. So this one, I feel like that there are a lot of cute points of interest, and I feel like the way that it's kind of like laid out is definitely very small town. However, we've got like the docks over here, like the Whiskerman's Wharf. I think if we got like a little, like a few lots in here, in that like little like downtowny area, I think that would have been really cute. So there's like a suburban neighborhood kind of thing going over here, countryside, like the museum that's like on a lighthouse. That makes total sense for this like application of this pack and like what it means. And then we've got like the docks. So I think like the layout makes sense for what we have. So this one is for me to be like a need it. I wonder what that would be for me to be a need it. In order for me to feel like it's a need it, I feel like since the focal point was animals, other than the dog park and the vet clinic, there's not a lot of other like little areas integrated into the world. Like we see the splash pad and growing together kind of thing. There's not a lot of other little areas for your animals to go. You know what I mean? There's not points of interest that are specific for like dog people or whatever. Yeah, right. You could ruin a lighthouse, right? What more do you need? So I feel like this one, in order for me to be like a need it, this one would need more points of interest around the world naturally, not just the dog park and not just the vet clinic, which is over here. All for animals, right? Totally agree. But yeah, but that's kind of where my brain is on that one. And then growing together. So we have, I think this is San Sequoia. I love the little suburban neighborhood down here. I think this is really cute. I think this is a little bit strange up here, how there's Gilbert Gardens and we have the splash pad, but only like 2 lots that are residential over here in this neighborhood within walking distance. And this Celebration Way, the 40 by 20, doesn't really make sense for a house, in my opinion. I think that's better suited for a park or even the splash pad here. And then putting a little house right here, you know, like flip-flopping them. But it feels, yeah, I guess there's like a little strip. I guess there is like a tiny little splash pad down this way. And like you can get there pretty easily if you go this direction here. Hi, Jody, thank you for 29 months. How are you doing today? I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it could be cute for like townhouses. I built a park there. Like exactly back when like corner stores, that would be cute. Like a little shopping mall would be adorable as well. Thank you, Jody. How are you doing? Hi, Izzy. Welcome back. I hope you're good. And then this up here just feels weird to me. Anchor Point Wharf doesn't feel, it feels strange. There's like, the Anchor Point Abode is a vacation rental, which is kind of fun. And then there's like a library. But I feel like this is a weird choice for like residential lots to like be over here. Personally, I feel like it's strange. You know, and then this neighborhood definitely feels very like growing together-y for me. But this one, like objectively speaking, I think this one is probably going to stay on the like it. Just because like I feel like it feels weird. I don't know, just not it for me. And then this one is Newcrest. Because we don't have like something, because it's the base game world. So this is Newcrest. If you keep in mind, this is supposed to be like a suburban style neighborhood that's like right up against the city. I think this totally makes sense. There's little parks. There's a little ship. There's a little fishing area over here. And this is base game. So like, we're not going to get a ton of like little points of interest with this, but I think for a base game world, you still have the idea of like these stretch of like these ticky-tacky sort of neighborhoods, like these houses that all look the same. you know, and there's like a lot of similar size lots. And then down here, you have like some differences too. But, you know, I feel like if you envision it as like those ticky tacky, like copy paste houses, this area could work. And you can even add like a stretch of businesses over here. It kind of has the Willow Creek and Oasis Springs like vibe to it, just because there's little pods and all of them are pretty crammed together. Aw, Daniel's first birthday, stop! Is it already coming? That's so crazy. Right? It's like, doesn't look like that. Am I missing something? No, I have a mod that makes my map look that way. It's just a map overlay. I think that, you know, Newcrest being under Like It, what would make it better for me? More variety of like the neighborhood, if that makes sense. Like maybe they have like a little area that feels slightly different than the rest of it, you know? Like, does that make sense? Smaller lots. I do think smaller lots would actually do that for me too, Mahali. Maybe some more 30 by 20s instead of those huge ones that are down in the lower left. A few smaller lots and like a neighborhood that feels a little bit more upscale, if that makes sense. Like a little, like the lower left-hand neighborhood, if this one felt slightly more upscale and not just kind of like the same old down here. You know what I mean? So yeah, if it felt like maybe it was up or like gated on the ends or something like that, you know, just spitballing ideas over here, like in the lagoon. Just to kind of like draw it apart, maybe the bigger houses. I think that's kind of the way that I always envisioned it, at least. Yeah, but that would bring Newcrest up a notch for me. And the vibes alone, like that. And then we have the Discover University world, which we already bumped down here. I had it need it, and then I looked at it and I'm like, there's some things about it that I think could be different. And then for rent, we did, I think I already looked at Tamarang already. No, I didn't look at Tamarang. Okay. So you've got like this little like neighborhood down here that feels a little bit more remote. And I think this totally makes sense for like the application and like this world and like this area. And then you get to kind of like this weird little downtown area. There's the points of interest. There's like the cat sanctuary, the tiger sanctuary thing that's over here. It's really, really, really pretty. I feel like it needed a third neighborhood as well. I don't really, I don't really like the downtown area, especially for how isn't it very Thai inspired, if I remember? Is that correct? Very Average Building was yeah, exactly. No, Jody, I totally agree with you. Southeast Asian. Okay, so I think it was just Southeast Asia in general. So I feel like with how bustling those neighborhoods are, and it's just like very robust and colorful. I feel like it almost like, okay, give us nothing. Yeah. Like I feel like it needed more up here, especially in Morin Song. I don't know what more, but like I just feel like it needed to be like smaller lots closer together, more like the neighborly aspect of things, especially in a pack that's called For Rent. You know what I mean? Like I would love to have seen more like intimate living quarters of people like with just like, these neighborhoods and like more compact. The night market, yeah, the lots are smaller, yes, and I think that would totally bring that up for me into being like from meh. The execution could have been better, right? Because the spirit was there, but I feel like that execution on like that, yeah, the tight packed lot, yeah, honestly it would have been such a good idea to have like all of the lots like like closer together, almost like you saw like in Newcrest or something. And then you have like your residential rental, so you have like a bunch of people living in like a really small area, and I think that would have been really cool to do in that pack. Okay, so then we're gonna do Get Famous, which is Del Sol Valley. Walk-bys, yeah, exactly, it would have been amazing, and I totally agree. So I love the feel of the Pinnacles. It feels like it's exclusive. It feels gated to me. It feels correct. It feels like LA. I love the way, and like, especially if you look off the back, you can see like the city in the background. I think it's really fun. I really love this. It's very exclusive and very Hollywood. I think it's wonderfully done. The builds, however, we're not going to talk about those, but the neighborhood, A++. Yes. Oh God, don't look. The museum, let's not, oh my God, don't look at it. But objectively speaking, I think the little downtown area is pretty cute. I've done a lot of building down here. The glam, yes. But I think this little downtown area, like the Starlight Boulevard, is cute. I really would have liked to see it less cobbled together and more like in a line. You know what I mean? Like you walk down the boulevard and then you have like business, bar, business, museum, whatever. You know what I mean? I think that would have been really cool to go down there. Like the actual boulevard instead of just like... Yes, the Hills have observed plants, right. So I think that I love the highway off the side here. Yeah, more community lot opportunities would have really made this one sparkle for me. And then I really like the attempted execution of this cul-de-sac neighborhood back here. I actually quite like Mirage Park a lot. Business, bar, business, museum, right? So I think the pinnacle, the Mirage Park is cute. I wish we had some more lots up here. It's fun. It's a cul-de-sac, and then a lot of these have like alleyways on the back, and I love it. I think it's really cute. I think, yeah, like one of these, like I think both of these have like the little alleyways and like your garage is backed up to the back of it, but I'd like it. But this Starlight Boulevard could have been executed differently, in my opinion. Yes, split the 50 by 50. I wish, actually, you know what? Yeah, that would have made it so much better, because I love how these are literally, these lots I think are the only two lots that are touching. Like the Inner Circle and Vaucus Green are like touching, and I wish they would have split this one so it's like boom, 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 and then you have like that like ticky-tacky like neighborhood, like close togetherness. Yeah, some really cute townhouses, totally. And then like the 40 by 30 here. Hi, Caroline, welcome on in. But I think this one, that would have really made this sparkle personally. It's cute, Ray. Oh my God, you could do this as a residential rental actually. And so you could kind of like split Vaucus Green up here if you wanted to. Made the lot touching a pool on the other, the townhouses, right? Now, if only we could actually like build on the edge of a lot. Oh my God, I don't know why that was something that we can't do with the Sims 4. I want to be able to build like on the edge, like draw my fence on the edge of the lot, not like one away from it. Please change that just as a little treat for us. Oh my God, that would be sick. I wonder how hard that would be to do. I'd probably have to edit like every single lot, I would imagine. I don't know how that works, but like, okay, and then now we have Nordhaven. Judith Ward's house is pretty tragic. I hope that they will eventually go through and like allow people to like, kind of like they did with the base game county houses, rebuild all of the stuff, like have people rebuild them. Nordhaven, I feel like, so Nordhaven is like businesses and hobbies. I would have loved to have seen a business district. There's Iverstad over here, and then there's Gamelvik. But I would have loved to see like a business district, right? Like instead of having things kind of like cobbled out or whatever, like if you're gonna make a pack about businesses, make us a business district. You know what I mean? Like where it just like you have like a downtown area and then like lots of little lots that are kind of like close together, so you can kind of create a neighborhood sort of thing. Maybe like throw a little park kind of in the middle of them, you know, or something. But I think that would make Iverstad or even Gimelvik feel more downtowny. I do like this as like more of like the suburban area, like suburbia area down here. Suburban. But this one having like a boulevard and like having like a downtowny feel. This one comes with businesses and hobbies. It's really pretty. I have a map overlay, so my map is going to look different from yours, just like visually. But yeah, so that I feel like it doesn't really stick out in my brain. I feel like the execution of the pack was literally chef's kiss though. I am the gameplay wise, A plus, so good. But okay, city living is so weird. I love apartment living. Like, this is probably one of my favorite packs, objectively speaking, this way, but I will be the first to tell you that this is a weird world. It's very strange. Cars, haven't heard of her. Haven't heard of her. Right. Yeah, no, it could work for historical. Right, exactly. I do love the idea of the apartments. I think they absolutely killed with these. You've got like a few little lots that are like down here, especially like on the dock side, kind of like very industrial. Because not all waterfront, like I live on the Mississippi, which is an industrial area. Like, so it's a shipping river. So all of the buildings that are like along the Mississippi are all super industrial. Same if you live like in a big city, like a city that's like on like Lake Michigan or one of the Great Lakes. Like you're gonna, it's gonna be pretty industrial in more of those populous areas. Brownstones, right? I know that would have been so cool. Like I think that this modern area, like you can create kind of like a cool, more upscale area, like aesthetically with what's it called? You can do this really well, but I feel like it's weird. I wish that we would have had NYC, because this tries to be so many different things at the same time. Like Culpeper, this neighborhood over here in the Spice Market tries to be very brownstone New York City. And then this, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Maybe like Dubai or something, I think, if I'm... No, that's not the name of the city. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of something that is the Emirates or something like that. I can't remember exactly what I'm thinking of, but there's like a specific not like maybe more Shanghai like or something. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like this specific city that's like super modern. Maybe like I feel like kind of all of the above almost at the same time. Like, you know, I think it's having an identity crisis, if you want my honest opinion here. A map refresh? I don't know. Dubai. Okay, that's what I thought Mahali is on the United Arab Emirates. Yeah. But something that's like very... It feels like it's having an identity crisis. And then you have like Central Park over here. Yeah, the Skywalk does feel like Dubai, right? That's kind of what I was thinking too. So like, it's just very strange how they have all these like skywalks and like all these layers and stuff that you can't explore except for like the top of it, you know? Because imagine you have like your bigger businesses here, and then almost like Chicago has certain avenues where like you go down, you know, but it's like literally built on top of it or something. And then like you literally can go down, and then you have like some really like other businesses like bodegas and other sorts of little things down here. Yeah, the park, right. There's like nothing there. I built my giant hotel there. Feels like if you look out into the mountains, and this is in the game, right? I feel like the neighborhoods just aren't good. I think obviously I love the way that the apartments are laid out. I do wish that we could design our own apartment complexes, but that's another story. That's another conversation. Yeah, this one just kind of is meh. Objectively speaking, I think it brings a lot gameplay wise, but the layout's super weird. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to stand in business when it comes to that. So that one's kind of like, eh. It could have been done better. It's definitely aged. So then, Ciudad Enamorada. I don't remember what it was called. Replace the park. Yes, it's really fun to do that, isn't it, Ray? Whenever you play in San Myshuno. We already looked at this one, and I already ranked this one down. Yeah, no, I still feel pretty confident of where I put this one. I did bump this one down. And then Strangerville and Granite Falls, we still did that. And then honestly, I love vampires. Vampires as an all cult are objectively great. However, what are we doing here? It's dark and that's it. There's a chess table in the middle. A museum in some world. That is so good, Irish. That's so cool. Apartments get glitchy. They do, because dogs couldn't. I think they fixed it, but like dogs couldn't ride elevators for the longest time. So you'd have to literally pick up your dog. And if you had a dog that you couldn't pick up, good God be with you, because you couldn't take your dog out for doo-doos. No doggy doo-doos outside. Which sucked. But like, I think that the vampires world, it was one of the first occults, but I feel like the vampires world is kind of boring. You know, you have like 4 random little lots here. I would have loved to see like maybe a couple more lots and then them divided into like a neighborhood here. Oh my God, a vampire lounge would have been so fun. Like, it's literally the plasma bar or something like that. That would have been really fun. But yeah, like a blood bank or something, or like a vampire lounge. But like, and then I feel like if they added a couple more lots and then maybe made like a separate neighborhood. Someone said that. No, I haven't added any like updates to it. Yeah, snacks or anything. A plasma bar. You could technically build a plasma bar, right? Where they only serve like plasma and stuff. Because that's like a drink. So like you could build one. But like, yeah, I feel like this one, you know, there's not a lot going on. I kind of hate the world. Like, honestly, it's just dark, which is good for like vampires and stuff. That's not like critique on that, but like that's the only thing it has going for it, is that it's like overcast. And something that would have been really, really, really fun to do actually, is I tested this. Forgotten Hollow, I think, is almost always kind of at dusk. I wish that vampires didn't burn alive or burn, you know, start burning if they were in Forgotten Hollow at any point in the day. Because otherwise, why are vampires living here, in my opinion? You know what I mean? Like, why not make it a world where they aren't impacted by sunlight? Like, it's their safe space. You know what I mean? So, because they still do that. They still burn here. Yeah, I feel like it could have been a safe space for vampires. Right, Alexa? Seriously, just saying. For the build buy, yes. The build buy is really good. Yep, Brando, I assumed that they couldn't die here, but they can for like burning in the sunlight. Yep. But I love Vampires gameplay. I think it's fun. And then we're gonna go to Magnolia Promenade. Why? Like, okay, some things that could have made this better. Okay, so it comes with more lots. So it comes with 4. Okay, never mind. I thought that was a lot there. It comes with 4 lots. I view this to be a district in Willow Creek. Nick, good to see you. Yeah, you almost never. I think I've like only played in Forgotten Hollow like once or twice or something. But yeah, this is like somewhere like a district of Willow Creek is the way I always envision this. Or even Newcrest. But like, what could have made this better for you guys, do you think? Again, I'm kind of getting this idea. More medium-sized lots and the layout. I think more medium-sized lots, like more 30 by 20. It could have been like a downtown area rather than like this weird little shopping district, because as far as I know, I don't think there's anything over here. Like, I think it's just brick. Maybe like a little fountain or something, but like I think it's just brick and sadness. And it's not even like car suitable either. So like, again, case in point, the bollards. The bollards are those little like metal blockade things. Connection to Willow Creek? Yes, that's totally the way that I envision it too. Yeah, exactly. Willow Creek, Newcrest, and Magnolia Promenade. I think those are connected and they're outside of San Myshuno is the way that I always envision it. And then Brightchester is somewhere like off on the side, outside of San Myshuno is the way that I always envision it. Like it's a big city area is kind of it. Attach it to Willow Creek, the world. Yeah, exactly. Right. But this, I feel like they could have given us more smaller lots. And more of like a downtown feeling area rather than just like, oh, it's a brick area and then lot. You know what I mean? Like that's it. So again, creating a space where we feel like we could make our own downtown areas would have been like literally the best. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. How you doing? Okay, and then Glimmerbrook. So this like okay, so Get to Work I have under the Y. So we're ranking the worlds based off of like usability, lot variety, things to do, that kind of stuff. And like also visuals, like how pretty we think it is. This is not gameplay aside. I'm doing good. Thanks for coming on by. Let's look at Glimmerbrook. So then, okay. Again, this is kind of one of those like, we built a pretty mountainous area and then just plonked lots in the middle of it. Like, what could have made this better for me? I know the sunshine is very pretty though, that I will say. Honestly, it's probably one of my least favorite worlds. I wish the Magic Realm were better. Hi, Hannah. Good to see you. Welcome on in. But I think... I don't even think, like, because each lot just feels like... It feels like it's up in the mountains to me, at least. Forgotten Hollow, perhaps. Exactly. Spellcaster magic meter doesn't generate as fast or something, right? Like, it just needs more. I don't know of like what, but like, I also feel like it's kind of having an identity crisis of like what style of build we're kind of going for. You know, like what's the aesthetic other than just like Victorian, but like magic. Yeah, the builds are really bad too, like horrible. It does need more whimsy, kind of like the Fairies pack has. I know the Stairs to Nowhere, right? We do have Stairs to Nowhere here, and the bar is atrocious. Yeah, it just needs more life. I feel like this was definitely in the EA flop era for sure. There's also not really, other than the Magic Realm, there's not like anything to do around here. I remember going to like the magic area when we had Making Magic and how absolutely fun that was. There was like NPCs and like little things to do. There was stuff to tinker with and things to mess with. And like here it's like, oh, you could go like shopping for like a broom if you want and like buy yourself a familiar, but like there's not a lot going on with it. But I think to make this better, I feel like we just needed maybe more interesting little points of interest to sort of like bring the magic to this area. I do like the fact that you do have to go to the gate. I totally agree with that. And like you can put any of those gates on your lot too, by the way. Dual areas. Yeah, there's like no dual areas. There's not like stuff like that. Like exactly. It just needs to more flavor for it. It's just trees. I think there's a fishing point like right down here, I want to say, like on this back area, but I think that's about it, if I remember properly. I think there's like a few areas where you can get to. Maybe like over here. Cross between Fairies World and Henford on Bagley. Yes, it would have been awesome. Glimmerbrook feels like it's just like across the mountain in Granite Falls, and it's just this. It's very lackluster. So this one, that one definitely still falls under the Y category. And then we have Batuu. Listen, I'm a Star Wars girly through and through. I literally have a half sleeve that's Star Wars right here. So like, it's a gameplay focused pack. I wish we could actually build here without using build cheats type of thing, you know? And this is like almost like a one-to-one replica, by the way, of the Disney World. Yeah, not being able to build or live in Batuu, because honestly, I think one thing that could have changed this for me would be if we had the ability to travel between different worlds or something. Like they gave us like a little Naboo map and then they gave us like Tatooine and maybe Batu or something. I know it's like Journey to Batu, but like I wish they would have executed it differently. And then there's like some gameplay that you can do that's like very Star Wars centric and stuff. That's kind of fun, but like I don't know. It feels like Journey to multiple places, right? Build buy is awesome. Yeah, the build buy is really good. I feel like if you're a builder, don't sleep on Journey to Batu. You'll be very surprised with how often you'll find yourself using it. You can't really build there. You can't really live here either. Exactly. Also having real houses so you can do your normal stuff like taking showers and cooking and stuff. Right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever, except for like right after it came out, I don't think I've ever gone to Batu before. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I feel like this is unnecessary. Yes, I totally agree. Am I excited that we have Star Wars clutter? 1000%. But I also think it, bleh. Yeah, I could have done without it. Last but not least, Evergreen Harbor, the one with Jungle Adventure. The Jungle Adventure one is Salvadorada. I think the only thing that could have made this better for me is if you could have lived there. I do like the world a lot. Okay, this is as bland as paper can be. How come I don't have the map for this one? Yeah, okay, this world is glitchy. Everything is super far apart. And I feel like it almost prides itself on being like a community area. Yeah, this map is like broken. Yeah, like you can see like the highlight parts. I also think the build buy is super strange. Like it's very weird. The Dock Industrial Corner is the container district though, right? I think it, yeah. I feel like everything is like super far apart. It doesn't really make a ton of sense. Like, I mean, I think the Greensburg lot and the shipping views are really fun. But like, I don't know. And they kind of gave us like some apartments over here, I think. Or something. They gave us apartments somewhere. There's like some sort of an apartment ability thing. But like, I don't know. The community spaces are just very strange. And I wish that they would have created an area where like, if you're priding this pack around like community and like eco stuff, I wish that they gave us a better neighborhood for that. It just doesn't work anymore. Yeah, like, so the world is like supposed to evolve and change as you like do gameplay and stuff, and it just kind of glitches out, and like sometimes the ground doesn't appear, and like it's just, I don't know why half the apartments are gone. Literally, like, here we go. It's very strange. It's super glitchy. Neighborhood of tiny homes. Yes, like a little like neighborhood would have been so cute. Overlay mod, it might be actually. It might be because of my overlay. But this one, yeah, no, this one's kind of a why for me. It is so sparse. Oh, but it's broken. Okay, that makes sense. Right, because even without it like glitching and stuff, it just looks very few and far in between. This like eco lifestyle is a pack that I've tried to like. I think the items are just very strange, like the way that they're made. It's very futuristic, but also like DIY, and to me that doesn't feel like eco. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like, I would have loved to see like more hand-me-down style things, you know, or like being able to refurbish stuff would have been better rather than creating from nothing, like out of bits and bobs and stuff. I just think it's weird. But that's like my opinion. It'd be great. Yeah, exactly. Like hand-me-downs, like you can refurbish or paint existing furniture where it like gives you more swatches or something like that, I think would be really fun. And like, or you fix up something. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like eco lifestyle, but the world, right? I think that is what, like, it just doesn't feel right to me. Like, okay, you're 3D printing stuff, basically. Like, yeah, the fabrication is an odd choice, in my opinion. They could have leaned more into dumpster. You dumpster and repairing things, like, the weird vacuum thing, yeah. Like, the fabrication skill, instead of, like, giving us separate items with its own, with a bunch of different swatches, is give us more swatches on existing items. You know what I mean? Because, like, you've refurbished it, and, like, you've freshened it up. Like, you found this half dumpster diving is eco lifestyle. But I think that would have been so cool. Yeah, it's 3D printing. I don't like it. I think, like, some of the items are pretty cool in the pack, but they're also very, like, weird and, like, futuristic looking. Yeah, the dumpster is fun. I do like the dumpster though. But yeah, eco lifestyle, even without my weird map glitch, it just wasn't great. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not very eco, right? Because that's my opinion, obviously. But this is my final consensus here. These are all the worlds that we have in The Sims 4. This one stands for Oasis Springs, and then this one is the Fairies world. It is green. This is Willow Creek here, and then this is Newcrest. So these are my opinions on all of the worlds that are in The Sims 4. I feel like a lot of the disconnects that we're kind of seeing is like the intended tone of the pack, and like the way that it's intended to be played. And then the world doesn't match up to that a lot of times, if you know what I'm saying. So basically, for instance, like a very notable difference for this, in my opinion, is Nordhaven. Because you're going to give us a pack that's based on businesses. And then I would have loved to see more of like a business district that felt like a big downtown area in the community. Same with For Rent. Like For Rent, which is Tomarang. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Because they have the Morensong neighborhood, and then it says a bustling neighborhood with pockets of idyllic peace and nooks of neighborly nuance. There are no lots that are like close together. Because residential rentals, I think this was the perfect opportunity for them to like give us an area of like 4 or 5 different lots or something that are like medium to small sized. And then you could make residential rentals where you can like create like your own neighborhood, basically, kind of thing. And I think that really would have made that stand out to me. Especially since, like, culturally speaking, like the night market or whatever is kind of bland, like, you know, in the game. But yeah, like I think those would have really made those sparkles. So those are like really specific. It does, yeah, Moonsocks, it does say bustling in there. Yeah, when you know what I mean. Each section being a separate lot, right? Because yeah, Morensong, it literally says a bustling neighborhood with pockets of idyllic peace and nooks of neighborly nuance. Morensong is the spot for vibrant communities to thrive, day or night. Stroll through the botanical garden or throw down in the game of playground hopscotch. Throw in a game of the even join the night market buzz for some sunset shopping and moonlight munchies. So they were like halfway there. Halfway there. Is the bustling in the room with us? Right, exactly. But those are my wishes and my critiques. You know, I say that out of love because I love this game. You know, and those ones would have made it a little bit more usable for me. Exactly. Culturally specific. Right. I already told you about your username. Brings me so much joy. Aw, I like that. Hi, Yanni. Welcome on in. I'm so glad to see you today. So guys, we are going to be working on some of our medieval stuff today. Also, 1 second. 1 minute. So tell me, how was your day yesterday? I'm sorry I missed it. My internet was out all day yesterday. Like, it didn't come on until like super late last night. I couldn't even tell you what time. Yeah, it was like almost 11 p.m. last night when it finally came on. So I did put some things up in my bathroom though. We hung our mirror and like all that stuff. So the paint is all good. The curtain's up. I still have to like hang things on the wall, and I want to get a little curtain eventually for the back of this. But like toilet paper holder, and then I have my mirror, and I need to like frost the light fixture covers and stuff, which I'll be doing. About to be hurricane season. I'm not excited for how often I'm gonna be without power. Oh, I feel you. So I've been sitting on a lot of these things since 2022. If you guys remember. Thank you. Michael picked it out, Kitty. But this was like a black frame or something. I got it for $50. It's nice. The medicine cabinet. It is the mirror from Dream Home Decorator, and I painted it. I like taped it off and I spray painted it. A DIY project loves to see or hates to see me coming with a can of spray paint. Just saying. Yeah, I got it on sale, $50, and then all the other fixtures and things I also got on like clearance or sale or something. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I literally got them in 2022. I love a bargain. Fiber internet people are in the neighborhood again. Oh my God, yay! So hold on, I'm still fighting like a cat hair that's up my nose. I apologize. I like literally snuggled my cats so much. I'm like sitting here, sorry. I snuggled. It like gets up in your, and you're like, I swear to God. It just gets stuck in your boogers. It's and with my nose rings, literally though. Yeah, I'm growing whiskers out of my nose. Hello. They really do. They just hook around and hang out. They sure do. Hi, Larry. Good to see you. Yeah. Why are they covered in hair? Just like gets up in there. It is. It is. Oh my God, I got it. My ex got it for me back in like, I think he got it for me like right after I got partnered in 2019. Yes, Amethyst for the Discord, 100%. So guys, we're about to switch over and start working on some medieval stuff. So give me a second here. Here we go. I switched over. Cat hair on your nostrils is the new fashion trend we all needed, right? The chimps new fashion. Wait, no, what? Yes. So I'm working on the Decades Challenge. We're doing a lot of world building related to it. No, when you've done makeup, yeah, it like sticks to your foundation and stuff, or like your face cream, whatever. Yep. Yes, Taekwondo. Oh my God, I'm so excited, Dana. So obviously this is like our play tester guy. So this is kind of like where we're living, but we're in the middle of building a village right now